Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh. Hold on. Get ready to refresh. Okay, there you go. Hey, look at that. Where's my baby? Hi, how are you? Okay. Okay, guys, okay. Oh, you did? Okay. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm glad you liked it. Hi. Dashboard. Just kidding. Oh. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys. Okay. A vibe coding stream? I don't know. I'm not much of a vibe coder. You know that. Also, I'm not. Hi, Michael. Also, I'm not wearing my sweatshirt. It's okay. It's okay, guys. My hair was tied up and it's like, it's a mess right now. And my skin is starting to break out again and fun times, right? Oh, let me reset. Thanks so much for the sub, Ahmad Sarwar, over on YouTube. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. How do I pop out chat? You know what? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay, what am I doing? I'm all over the place. Can you tell, guys? Hi, Rezi. How are you? Okay. Y2? Twitch subs. You. Res 1. I'm sorry. Okay. Guys, I was gonna do something. Okay, nope. What was I gonna do? Because I need YouTube content. Oh my god. Guys, I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? Yes, I have to update first. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Is the stream lagging at all, or is it okay? ink filters, I feel like most of them don't work well. Like, my hair just goes straight through and then it clogs and it's, yeah. And I lose a lot of hair. I'm constantly losing hair. All through vibe coding. Okay. So, guys. I'm sorry for missing stream last week. Wednesday, I was trying to study and just keep my mindset on problem solving for my coding assessment. And then I found out Thursday. So, Blossom, my baby, my poor senior dog, unfortunately, she is going through renal failure right now, so she's in stage 2. So, that said, we might get a year with her. We might. So, that's one thing that happened last week. Second thing, that night I I freaked out on the coding assessment, so that didn't go well. And then on Friday, guys, I learned that my high school ex unfortunately passed away unexpectedly. And that was a shock to me. He was only a year older than me. And it really, 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 yeah, it really kind of, it made me realize how I've let some of my friendships kind of like not disintegrate, but like just sorry, I know a lot of heavy news, but I figured I should update you guys because my Discord message was slightly cryptic, right? So how fragile life is. Yeah, hi Pure Sizzle. So I've lost touch with a lot of friendships. I've been prioritizing Baby Bunny, myself, and just definitely there was a lot of friendships that I wasn't feeling like I was getting not anything out of, but I wasn't getting the effort I was putting in, you know? But then I realized like I'm the way I am and I can be overbearing sometimes. I can be overly friendly, which is funny because I'm also incredibly standoffish. But like I am who I am, and when I'm in a friendship, I go all in. And you know, I'm kind of like thinking, even if they don't necessarily reciprocate, if I'm not feeling like they are pulling away from me, then why am I pulling away from them? Like maybe that's just how they express their friendship, that they're just there. Hi Doppeldev. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I reconnected with a couple of friends that I've known for 20 plus years. You know, it's crazy to say 20 plus years, guys. I've known some of my friends for even longer. Some of my friends I've known, I'm not gonna age myself. You know what? I'm not gonna age myself. But yeah, so I've reconnected with some friends. Like I reached out and Michael, so Blossom, my senior dog. You know, she's turning 15 this year. She actually is in stage 2 renal failure, so I'm 21. Yes, I've been friends with people since I was 1. She's going through stage 2 renal failure, so unfortunately there's no reversing it. And her kidneys are just not functioning as well, and it's really difficult because like she has chronic pancreatitis, right? So she's on a low fat diet. Thanks for your sizzle. She was on a low fat diet, but then the renal failure, like the renal diet, is actually high fat, low protein. So for her pancreatitis, to keep that at bay, it's low fat, high protein, and then the renal is high fat, low protein. So it's like, now how do we juggle the 2 diets? Because giving her the high fat can actually cause a flare-up for pancreatitis, but then she's miserable, so she's eating again. Like, she lost a lot of weight, guys. She lost so much weight. She lost at least just don't ask me to guess age because you're horrible. Yeah, like she lost, okay, she's a small dog, right? She's a small dog, so she was at her heaviest 12 pounds. And this was when like the doctor was like, okay, you know, she kind of has to lose a little bit of weight, but not much, like maybe a pound. She's at 9.2 pounds now. So like that's what, for 30, 25% of her body weight. Also, welcome in Sixleycrix. I'm so sorry for butchering your name. I joke. Okay, so apparently I look even younger than some Asians would guess. Okay, I think I look my age. Okay, I think I look my age. However, there have been people who have guessed, like when I was coaching figure skating, I'm not even kidding you, people thought I was still in high school. And this was after I graduated college, right? But I joke that the reason why I look the way I do is because I was basically refrigerated / frozen and preserved my entire life being in the ice rink. I didn't really get any sun damage, except for during high school senior year and stuff, but now I avoid the sun like the plague. But like, yeah, I just joke that I basically lived in a refrigerator. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it, Sixes. So you're fine. But I also joke that I'm a 90-year-old. I have a 90-year-old body with a interior body, and because of all of my injuries and from skating in a however old I am age. But I will also say, since I've gained weight from pregnancy, I think I look older than I am. I think if I lost the weight that I, like all the baby weight that I'm holding on to, I think I would look younger again. But yeah, Blossom is pretty tiny. However, Bova is actually even smaller. But Boba just looks bigger because she's all fluff. So the vet at first was like, oh, Boba needs to lose weight. And then like she felt her and she's like, oh, she is literally all fur. But yeah, so lots and lots of things going on over the weekend. I definitely had to kind of reassess and rebalance. So that's what I was doing, like literally from Thursday on. So sorry, Thursday I did the coding assessment. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I pretty much stayed off of the computer. I stayed off of technology. I just spent time with baby bunny, and I did actually, that's a lie, I did chat a little bit. I reached out to a couple of people, chatted, caught up. So yeah, I think I'm regrouped. However, my coding assessment, so bad, guys, so bad. So bad. Oh my gosh. Ew. Oh, I panicked. And I'm kind of disappointed in myself that, because if I had just gone with my gut instead of trying to do it the proper way, I know I could have finished with time to spare. However, I couldn't get SQL to connect to the assessment IDE. Like, I couldn't get MySQL. It said that, oh, we import MySQL and stuff, but then I didn't have time to like read all of the documentation on how it exactly worked. So then I just freaked out and I was trying things and it wasn't working. I spent like an hour trying to get SQL to work. And then I was like, okay, well, it doesn't make any sense for me to write all of my code to something that doesn't even work. Like, I can't write my database to something that doesn't even work, or input the data to a database that doesn't even work, because if they run it, it's not going to do anything. So then I completely backtracked and I ended up doing approaching it a different way with nested dictionaries. But then, because that wasn't the original way that I wanted to approach it, like, my brain was frazzled and I was doing, I don't know what I was doing. Like, I made things work, but at the same time, like, my dictionary kept rewriting itself. So it wasn't storing all of the stuff. It was just storing the last data that I inputted. And yeah, it was, but the code itself, the rest of the code worked properly on the one piece of data that I did have. However, it was just a mess, guys. It was just a mess. So so that happened. So unfortunately, I'm gonna say I think I did enough code that I have a 5% chance of hearing back. However, I'm also not completely hopeful. So I'm gonna say 95% chance. I probably blew it. And that's okay, guys. That's okay. Let's see. Thanks so much for the follow. Shoot at Sight Vodka. How many kids do I have? I have one. But I have 2 fur babies. So I have 1 toddler, one human baby, and then 2 fur babies. The only way I can is through .n. Well, I don't know, Pure Sizzle. I feel like it should have been easier. Like, maybe it's like a theoretical thing and it doesn't actually connect, or yeah, I don't know, because I've never actually used MySQL either. I've only used Postgres and SQLite. So like for Postgres, I know to do the .env and everything like that, but then I couldn't check, and then I was getting error messages, and then MySQL looked like it was about the same as Postgres, similar to Postgres, but then yeah, it was the coding question, the practice coding question as well didn't really prepare me for a SQL question, which is fine, because again, I feel confident enough in my queries for SQL, like, oh, so to find the data I need to find, it's just, again, connecting to the database. Thanks so much for the follow, got BFG and Zayote. Hi, Sputnik. Oh yeah, Turing got it, Sputnik. I think Turing ninja'd you at the last second. I should have 10. No, I think I'm good with one human. Yeah, I'm good with one human child. Okay. Okay, guys. Anyways, we're gonna start revamping. Hi, Chrono. How are you? Did you have a successful art market? Of course. Oh my God, your photographers. Yeah, your photographs are gorgeous. I'm not sure I understood that, Sputnik, and I also don't think I want you to elaborate right now. I feel like booth design is hard. Like, you need to have a catchy banner, you need to make sure that your booth matches your aesthetic, but like not look too cluttered. But at the same time, if you have a lot of products, like, it doesn't look like you sell like small prints, right? It just looks like you sell the big framed prints. Or did I miss it? I might have missed it. It was hot and baby was a little bit hyper. Oh. Okay, got it. I was thinking, Sputnik, you're normally not inappropriate, but at the same time, Okay. Anyways. So. Yeah, I think definitely small prints are a good way to get people to help support without having to buy a huge print, because honestly, we don't have any room for a huge print. However, I do try to, if it's something that we can use somewhere, like, I do try to support my friends. Yeah, we're not going there. We're moving on. Okay. Anyways, guys. So we're going to redo Minesweeper. Okay. My thought is we have the Minesweeper board, right? So we have the Minesweeper board, and then we should have coordinates in each one of the Minesweeper boards. I don't remember the dimensions. I'm not going to refactor. So, hi, Sending. No worries. I want to do this because I plan on doing a YouTube series, like 4 or 5 weeks, of how to code Minesweeper, or how I would code Minesweeper. Again, I am not a educational YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I figure people can either yell at me in the comments on YouTube. Yeah, I've started uploading onto YouTube. I'm actually streaming on YouTube right now too, at the same time as Twitch. But I've started uploading long form content on YouTube. Or I guess it's not long form compared to streaming, but edited content? One take content? I don't know what it would be considered. But I figured I would do like, oh, this is how we make the board, and then this is how I did. Oh my god, why am I I'm drawing a blank. I know this too. Where it calls upon each other and it keeps going in. I swear, mom brain. I know this. And it keeps going until it hits the end. I use it for binary trees all the time. Oh my god, what is the word? What is the word? Guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know what I'm talking about. I just don't remember what it's called right now. I swear. Mom brain. But doing that and then coloring the stuff as well. So this is all terminal. This is all in terminal. And also, one other thing, guys. What do you guys think of a video series of how I would explain programming terms or programming ideas to my toddler? So like, a for loop is 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. And or else the ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one. That one's a better one, except the song's really long. And I don't really want to sing like 3 verses about that. I should do what with my YouTube content? Doing the toddler thing? Yeah, so basically a for loop is the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The littlest one stops to something or other, and they all go marching down to the ground. Da-da-da, da-da-da. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2. Do you see how that works for a for loop? And then a while loop is this is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, blah, 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 blah. And then an if else statement is if you don't get your shoes on right now, we will not leave the house. Or if you get your shoes on and recursion. That's the word. Recursion. Oh my gosh. Wait, what movie? What? What quote? Huh? I don't have any other idea though. Those are the three that I had. And then maybe like inheritance or something. But like recursion would be like, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking like the Marvel universe where it just keeps going in and in and in. Ants. No. Wait, what? Okay, I know that movie. They sing that song there? Yeah, I really... It came out around the same time as Bug's Life. I remember that movie. That was the adult movie compared to Bug's Life. Okay, recursion though. That was what I was going to do with Minesweeper. So we have to use recursion to... Yeah. I've been learning for like 3 years, and to be honest, like I know Python is an object-oriented programming language, yet not exactly sure what exactly is object-oriented programming except maybe classes and methods. What? Not sure. I mean, it might be in the movie, but I think it's a much older song. I feel like it's a much older song, guys. Let's go marching. Publish. Date. Or created. (2002) or created date 1990. Yeah, 1990. Classes are pretty, I mean, okay, I could completely don't listen to me. I'm not, again, not an educational channel. I'm a chaotic channel, and yeah, like my understanding is sometimes way off. Like it works, but it's way off. So I feel like classes are really, once you kind of understand inheritance, I think classes make much more sense. Lithium. A chaotic channel. Welcome in, Lithium. Streaming's fun, but it's also gonna lurk to do leak code. Awesome. Yeah. Are you doing the daily? What is the daily today? Hold on, guys. Let's switch over. Number of 0 filled subarrays. Maybe I should do that since it is a subarray. However, no. Let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. Okay. Okay. I have to admit, so you guys know how I made it to Pinterest's final round, right? The questions for that, and I get it, that was an apprenticeship level position, but those questions sorely unprepared me. Like it like screwed up my expectations of what an actual coding technical assessment would be, because again, mock interview, holy moly, that was with somebody at Amazon, that was just a mess. My coding assessment this past week, like again, I'm confident that if I was given 4 hours, I could figure it out. The whole thing of doing it in 2 hours, excuse me, like that's a lot to do in 2 hours. Hi Pinga Jin, how are you doing? Thanks for the reminder. Also, I know you guys were interested in having a couple of interviews. I have one person who is a self-taught software engineer, senior. Is he senior? I think he's senior. I have to double check what level he is. But self-taught, doing really well. I know Sending said that he was willing to interview me as well, or let me interview him as well. Also, non-traditional background. I'm going to be asking a couple of other friends or acquaintances of traditional background for interviews, but if there's any questions that you guys have, please post it in Discord. So I will create, well, yeah, I'll create a thread, or if somebody else wants to create a thread in stream topics for interview questions, then please do, if you have any questions for either those that are hoping to break into tech, that want to hear from others, or else from those that are more well-versed and more senior in tech that are just kind of curious about something, or what, for those that are in tech, things that they wish that newer people would ask, you know? Jin, me too. Me too. This isn't for interview for a job. This is interviewing for just for you guys to hear what's going on. You can interview me on Lookup. Oh, you started your new job today, right, love? From my understanding, because Master set you free last week? What? I feel like, okay, so Indeed and LinkedIn and a lot of companies are using AI, I applied to jobright.ai, right? I didn't realize that was a job board. You know, a lot of companies are job boards now on LinkedIn and Indeed. It's really, really frustrating because you don't know that. You just apply and then all of a sudden you're being spammed by, oh, this is hiring. This is hiring. It's, yeah. It's so frustrating. Okay, so love. I am thinking to using a dictionary instead of an array, or instead of a matrix or a multi-dimensional array. I'm thinking about using a dictionary this time for my lookup table. Or not for my lookup table, for my... I don't know what I'm saying. For my board. Oh. Okay, so. Game state? No. Not game state. We're just still talking about the board. So I'm thinking using that's most likely right approach. Huh? Leak code? No, we're on the subject of Minesweeper. Rez! I love the chicken. Oh my gosh, I love the chicken. That's so cute. I need to also update my my emotes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I coded this way back when. No. Should I? He was just streaming on Twitch. Is he new to streaming on Twitch? Okay, so my thing is... Well, that's what I'm trying to think. Because if I'm using a multi-dimensional array, I would need to basically loop through all of the stuff. So no matter what, I'm going to have to loop through all the stuff. But bye, Pingagen. Go sleep. I honestly want to sleep early too. I mean, I forgot the word recursion, guys. I had no idea he's on Twitch. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, go sleep, go sleep. Get rest. Okay, so. Using dictionary. Oh. That's right. I forgot to clean up baby's toys today. I hear hubby cleaning the toys right now. You could always become a VTuber. Okay, using dictionary, boards for key and so I'm really not wanting to look at my my old code because I want to kind of go back and look and see, okay, this is what I did differently. I don't want to be influenced by my old code. I'd rather do what I intuitively think about doing now and then yeah. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so using dictionary for key and the space type or the piece, the space for the value. Okay, go V or just edit camera. Okay, so okay, so in order to do that, we would need to create board. We would still need to do a for loop. We would have to do a nested for loop. Because we would need to do the first coordinate and then the second coordinate. First coordinate is X. So horizontal. Second coordinate is Y. I think when I did it, I did YX, but I guess it doesn't really matter, but it matters to me. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then okay, so do nested for loop, and then we would want to print the board. So this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out how to print the board where there are numbers of 0, 0. Oh my gosh, so 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I didn't do that previously. So we're gonna figure out how to do that this time because I think I can figure that out this time. Okay, so in order to create the board, we need to do a nested for loop. We want to I do remember not assigning the... Don't assign the mines until after the first... Dang it, my baby is awake. Okay, hold on. Hi, welcome in, Rick. Okay, so... What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't remember what I'm doing. Okay, water. Okay, guys. Okay. So, we don't want to assign... Oh, I need a... I have a feeling she's gonna start crying today. So, also, on top of everything else that's been going on, babies, molars are coming in too, like the second set of molars. So she already has one set, and the second set are coming in, and she has two coming in at the same time. So that's been fun too. She's not sleeping at night. So much fun, guys. So much fun. Okay. Okay, guys. So we are going to do don't assign the mines until after the first move, because in classic Minesweeper you never die on the first move, right? You never hit a mine on the first move. it's never until the second move that you can hit a mind. So we are going to don't assign a mine until after the first move. I had like 6 extractions and braces. Oh my gosh, I had to get that actually sounds really bad. So I didn't get braces like I should have. My teeth aren't crooked enough that it was like, oh, you absolutely have to get braces, but I do regret not getting braces when I was younger. But I did have to get all 4 wisdom teeth out at the same time. So that was so much fun. And it wasn't until I was older too. I didn't get them out when I was 16. I got them out in adulthood. You have crooked wisdom teeth. So I was originally told when they took my x-rays back in my teens and then even in like college, when they took the x-rays and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, your yeah, so that's what happened to mine. They were like, oh, your wisdom teeth probably will never surface and they probably won't cause you any issues, you know. But then at some point one of them became super impacted and then the other one was growing up through my my gums, and then the one on top ended up like starting to show like it was coming in crooked as well. So they were just like, okay, well, we definitely need to remove 3 of them. Like one of them was emergency because it got so bad. Hi, Laser. So got all 4 removed. How are you? Okay, so don't, because classic rules, you don't land on a mine first. School for kids starts tomorrow. Oh my gosh. So Baby Bunny starts next week for one of her schools. Oh my gosh, Michael, are you gonna get that taken care of? Oh my gosh, wait. Isn't your oldest? Is she starting high school? Or is she still in middle school? Can't remember now. No. She's a year younger than C's middle child. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. 2 years? Wait. Wait, she's 2 years younger? I thought she was only 1, or is she 1.5? I'll also admit that with C pulling the secret, now I want a secret. I don't even collect Labubu's and I want one. You say that until it's time for her to drive. Don't give in. Yeah, I know. Well, I can't give in. It's too expensive of a hobby. I said that I have basically decided if I get a job, I am going to spend some money splurging and having some, like, buying some blind boxes, or else playing claw machines at round 1 or the other. But until then, can't do anything about that. Okay, so I do want to actually get some coding done today. So let's, okay, don't assign the mines until after the first move. So, uh, how would we do this? We would pull a random. Okay, so we're gonna start with easy, and I think that was 9. Oh, thanks so much for the sub, Rick, on YouTube. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, but Laser, I did not do so well on my coding assessment that I took last week, so I'm not very hopeful on getting a callback. I panicked, and then I met half of the objectives. Maybe more than half the objectives, but it was so badly written and so like, I have it. I'll text it to you because I didn't want to jinx it. Oh, I don't have my phone with me. I can't text it. Yeah, so the thing is though, I feel like coding assessments are a whole different ballgame than interviews. Because like, I feel like interviews, at least like, you have somebody to hi, okay, bye. Thanks for hopping in. I appreciate it. I think for interviews, at least like there's somebody there and you can like talk out loud and get feedback, you know, or ask clarifying questions, or say, okay, I don't really know how to do this part, but this is what I would do once I've done this, you know? But like for coding assessments, I'm literally like, one, being recorded. Actually, no, this company didn't record me. They just wanted me to submit, which was even worse because then I couldn't talk through like and know that would have made a difference. Hi, Rick. But yeah, like I think I prefer interviews over the assessments. And it really stinks because most companies require you to do the assessments before you can get to the interview. So it's like, okay, granted, I don't think I'm here, hold on. Yeah, granted, I don't think I'm necessarily at the level that the position was for. I think I can learn. I'm confident, actually. Not even I think. I am confident that put in a situation with the real life problems, I could learn what needed to be done and adapt and pick things up quickly. Like, I am very confident in my problem solving skills. I'm confident in my coding abilities, but it's just getting to that point. And these timed assessments are really, really, really nerve-wracking. Like 2 hours to do something where it's like you've never seen it before, and you know that it's basically like a test. So it's very nerve-wracking. And it's not even just like a leak code question. Like if it was a leak code question, okay, I think I could. 2 hours at this point, I think I can, depending on what question, obviously, but I feel like I'm confident enough that I can at least show that I know what I'm doing. But like, oh my god, it was, yeah. Anyways, okay, so didn't land on the, oh my gosh, it's only 9:30. I started stream pretty early then. Don't classic rules, you don't land on mine first. What are the dimensions? I think it was 9 by 9, right? Dimensions for easy Minesweeper. I think it was 9 by 9. Right? Okay. 9 by 9 with 10 mines. Okay, so I am, you know, I wrote Minesweeper before, right? I'm just doing the easy to so I'm just doing easy to basically get all the logic, and then medium, hard, and custom are actually pretty quick to add to the game. Times problem solving are a good way to judge times ability. Okay, but see, love, my problem solving, I know for a fact my problem solving was good for the assessment. However, oh, thanks so much for the resub, Laser. I appreciate it. Last time you paid. Oh, Minesweeper was like way back. It was like one of my first projects. It was before my original Wordle. So Minesweeper in Terminal was one of my original games that I logically figured out and I learned recursion for. And I think this was like 1 month into learning programming. And it was really fun. So so the whole reason for those of you that are just joining me, I'm working through this again. I'm just restarting, not restarting, but basically I don't want to look at my old code. I want to see how far I started programming a month before I got pregnant with baby bunny. Yeah, like literally I started learning to program and then I got pregnant, or maybe 2 months. 2 months before I got pregnant with baby bunny. And then I kind of fell off the face of the earth because of morning sickness and just, yeah, hard pregnancy and then newborn phase. And then I started back up when baby bunny got her tummy issues resolved. And then I dropped off again when baby bunny became mobile because she started to not sleep well again. No, you're fine. You're fine. I expect that when I am streaming, that I'm going to get distracted. So you are totally fine. I appreciate you trying to get me back on track, but yeah, you're fine. Okay. So don't assign the mines until after the first move. Okay, so I would say we would pull random use random, right, to assign mines once first move done. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is, okay, so I'm just trying to work through the thought process right now, and then I'll do some pseudo coding, and then we'll code in VS Code, which I don't think I have set up in OBS yet, so that might get fun too. Okay, so Use a random to assign mines once first move done. So then we need to take user input. So take user input or coordinate first move. Okay, take user input or coordinate second. Okay, so first we would assign the mines once the first move is done. So basically, it can be anywhere, any spot except chosen board. Okay, and then after that, we would use the recursion because we don't want to do recursion before we assign the mines. We want to do the recursion after because we need to see for the mines. Oh, this is where it's going to get tricky. How did I figure it out before? I think I didn't assign the numbers. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. So we're using a dictionary to assign the mines. However, how would, okay. So let's erase this. Okay. So if I have, okay, a square, DJ, my man Eric. Hi Eric, welcome in. No, I'm not much of a vibe coder. I don't really feel like I learn anything vibe coding, and then it's just kind of like, okay, well, if I'm not learning anything, what's kind of the point of me going down this journey? But I do think that, like, if I were building an app, I wouldn't be against using AI to help, but right now I'm trying to not refactor, but rewrite this with a clear understanding. That way I can explain how I did things. Okay, so let's say I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I want 7. I mean, I don't think I needed this many, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's say, okay, let's say I am going to have a bomb here, right? A mine here. I have a mine here and I have a mine here. Okay. The person selects this. Okay. This is the space. And then we'll also have a mine here. Okay. So we're going to check. Oh, wait. Just kidding. Okay. And then we'll have a mine here. Okay. I don't know why. I mean, I've seen some people build some pretty complicated. Oh, I have seen some people build some pretty complicated stuff. However, oh my God, did you guys hear about that drama with the what was it? I think it was the T app. Okay, the T app drama. So it got not necessarily hacked. And do you guys know what the T app is? For those of you who don't know what the T app is, it is an app that is for women only, and it's basically like a rating system or something like that. I don't completely understand it, but it's basically a rating system where the women will go and be like, oh, are we dating the same person? Da, 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 da. You know, like, oh, this person is a big jerk. So I find that slightly controversial, because what if somebody just straight up lies and tarnishes this person, that guy's reputation, right? Okay, so anyways, that's not the drama. So the drama is apparently it got hacked, and people's info got leaked, but it's not because like somebody like went in and did something super complicated to hack it. It's literally, apparently, the way that it was coded, like there's no evidence that it was vibe coded, but everything was stored on the front end. So like all of the personal information, everything was stored on the front end. It was just like a WordPress site or something like that. And like, no, it wasn't even that it outed people. It's when you first signed up as a woman, right? Like back when they first were created, you had to verify you were a woman. So you had to like upload an ID, a picture of your ID or something like that. Like it wasn't about like it outed people. It was that people's IDs were literally posted. Their IDs and their personal information was stored on the front end, and it was posted on 4chan, and the guy that like posted it was just like, yeah, all I did was like I did view source code or something like that. And like, oh my God, like what? Like even for me, I am a newbie programmer, right? Like, yeah, so that's why I don't really know much about it. Like, it's not an app that I would use anyways. Any app that asks for my ID, I'm just like, no thanks. But yeah, like even for my Wordle, like I was like, okay, well, I don't want to store that in the front end because I don't want people cheating, because they can easily access that. I knew to store it in the back end, and like it's just like people's private, personal, confidential information stored on the front end. Like how? Anyways, hi Turing. I thought I saw Turing. Yeah, hi Turing. Hi Danny. Like, right? It's just it's just like, how? I mean, okay, so Haruchari. Yeah, okay, I think anything that is not a government organization asking to have your ID, like it would give me pause, you know? Too many imposters in the industry, it's not a syndrome. Like, yeah, it's just it was questionable. It was questionable. Okay. Okay, guys. So let me work through this really quickly. So we have this position, and we're going to go up. We're going to do recursion on all of the pieces here. So there's no bombs on any of these, right? So no bombs, no bombs. But we have to check. Okay, I think I remember how I approached this. So basically, we would check. So this one, we go around. Is this a bomb? No. Okay, how many bombs is it touching? Okay, it's touching 1. So this would become the number 1, right? So this is a number 1. Okay, so then we move on to this space, right? Okay, so recursively we check. Is it a bomb? No. Okay, so if it's not a bomb, then we would go and is this touching anything? And then once we've gone to all of the squares it's touching, it would return 1. Okay, and then we move on. We go here. Is it touching? Is it a bomb? No. So we would go around, check all of these recursively, right? So we're checking all of these recursively, right? So we're checking all of these recursively. Okay. And then this is actually touching 2 bombs. So it would return 2 and then so forth, right? Thanks, Rick. Thanks. Hope you're not in an airport. Why recursively check? This is for when... I don't know. When you ask me questions like this, then it just makes me second guess myself. Because that's how I originally set it up. Although... Hi, welcome in, C Sharp. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Why do it can be done iteratively with a queue. Okay, wait, how? So queue, first in, first out. First in, first out. Have I done flood fill before? I have not. Wait, okay. So are we talking about... Okay, what is flood fill? Hold on. What is flood fill algorithm in Python? Okay, flood fill algorithm is a computer graphics algorithm used to identify or change the color or value of adjacent pixels or cells in a multi-dimensional array. Okay, so quick question. Turing. Okay, technically how you would check the indices to compare against square choice. Okay, hold on. Hurry. So, wait, what was my question? I was going to keep track of the spaces using a dictionary. But now I'm thinking I only need to keep track of the... I only need to keep track of the mines. I know how to talk. You're talking to... You guys witnessed this earlier. I completely forgot the word recursion. I knew what it did. I just forgot what it was called. Yeah, I guess I only need the dictionary coordinates for the mines. Or I only need to log the mines. I don't need to log anything else. Okay, anyways, let's go back to what is flood fill algorithm. Okay, share comments. So would you, I guess multi-dimensional array still makes the most sense to do. It's similar to the paint bucket tool. How it works. Or iteratively using a stack or queue. Okay, I was like, but it says it's done recursively. Okay, I see the stacker queue. Alright, you start with a grid or image. If the current inbound matches not visited, change its value to a new one. Oh wait, I do need to keep track. No, I do need to keep track of all of the spaces because I do need to keep track of which ones have been visited. You're searching through a 2D space here. Yes. So iterative. Oh, depth first search, breadth first search. Okay. You can implement flood fill using depth first search like traversal or queue for breadth first search like traversal. Okay, so flood fill. You've already derailed. You've already derailed what I was doing. Okay, hold on. Derail. Hurry. But yeah, you're fine. You're fine, Turi. Okay, so I'm gonna look into doing it that way. Because I feel like I would be able to do the breadth first search, the traversal, especially since I've worked so much on trees. A Costco story to derail further. I mean, I went to Costco today and I didn't buy any food. So proud of myself. So proud of myself. Okay, so... Ow! Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, hold on. Two-day image where each image represents the color of a pixel in the image. Its color and the color of all connected that have the same original. Two pixels are considered connected if they have adjacent horizontally or vertically, not diagonally. Hi, Time! Thanks for the reminder. Thanks for the reminder. Okay. Okay. Guys. Oh, excuse me. Starting from pixel 1, 2. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, column. Okay, row, column. Starting from pixel 1, 2 with the value of 1, flood fill all connected pixels. The result. Starting from pixel 1, 2. Best search. Using a queue, level by level, horizontally. For each pixel, it checks its adjacent pixel. Okay, I'm gonna hit a focus mode really quick, guys. Just so I can, yeah. Okay. I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna hit a focus mode really quick. Okay, so using breath search first, BFS. Okay, so save the color of the starting pixel in a variable. This helps identify which pixel needs to be changed. Use a queue, first in, first out, to keep track of the pixels. Start while the queue is not empty. Remove the front. I don't know how to start a queue. Okay. I need to import deck. So I guess my question though is, okay, hold on. Let me make sure I understand that. Okay. So the idea is to use breadth first search to change all connected pixels with the original color to a new color. BFS uses queue to explore all reachable pixels level by level, horizontally and vertically. For each pixel, it checks its adjacent pixels. And if they match the original color, it changes the color and adds them to the queue for further exploration. Are filled with the new color. How did this become? This was supposed to just be a quick rewrite, just so I knew what to do for YouTube, the YouTube video, and now I'm just like completely trying to learn something new. But I need to get back to my CI/CD project and also my plant game project. But this seems like a much more efficient way to do Minesweeper than recursion. Okay. So save the color of the starting pixel in a variable. So basically, okay, so what I am seeing, okay, hold on. dang it. Okay, so let's say, so what I'm seeing is I need to mark all of the, so I need to keep track of all of the okay, so when I create my board, it's completely blank. When we first create the board, it is blank. Then, once the user does their first move, it populates the mines, okay? Because we don't want the first move to be a mine. Or else I guess we can populate the mine, and if it's the first move, if they choose a mine, we... No, that doesn't make sense. Why would we do that? That's adding extra work. So basically we would have them move first, and then we would do our mine. We would put our mine into... Okay, so then we would want to... Okay, so we would need to color, or at least keep track of all of the squares touching a mine, right? Because that's one color. So this is one color, and then these are all entering. If I'm completely off base here, please feel free to interject. So then these would all be a different color. Right here. So we would use the... Right? Hi, Angry! Welcome in, and also hi, Riki. Why are we thinking about color? I don't know! Hi, Too Woke! Because... Not color necessarily, but symbol. Because I'm reading and it's telling me colors. So basically I'm thinking symbols. So I'm thinking, okay, the board that they see, they would see just O's, right? So they would see O's. I would probably look up how to do squares, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So they see O's for the windows, but then I feel like my baby is crying. I don't know if she fell back asleep. Okay, so okay, I'm trying to understand how that works. Start with BFS. While the queue is not empty, remove the front pixel. So the way, okay, so the way that I'm writing it right now, though, is the spaces are not defined yet, which is why I'm using recursion. But then I should be able to do this and it would check. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me finish reading. Okay, I'm gonna focus again. I'm not gonna get distracted by my own code right now. I'm going to focus and just read this. Okay, so in general, as it does not require overhead recursion. Okay. And I'm thinking about colors because that's the example that they're giving. So I'm reading Geeks for Geeks right now. No. I know. I'm not. So I'm placing my mines are placed. So what step I'm on is basically after the first input from the user. So takes user input for coordinate for first move. Then once the first move is done, then we assign the mines using, I was gonna use random, and then create a dictionary for the spaces. So we've placed the mines, and now after we've placed the mines, we are on that first move where we have to figure out what part of the board we have to clear. So I was saying originally, let's say they select this one, right? Oops. So they select this one and a mine gets put next to it. This only gives them a number. But then if they were to select, let's say this one on the first move, and the mines are all placed here, it would basically clear all of this part of the board. So that's... Why not just give the spaces a value and just kick the ones with the mines from the main list? Well, I'm trying to avoid using a list so that it doesn't have to iterate over the list each time I want to print the new board. So, okay, but back to focus. I'm going to try and figure out how this works. Start DFS. While the queue is not empty, remove the front pixel. Update its color to new color and check all 4 adjacent pixels. If they're within bounds, match the original color, add them to the queue for further processing. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, repeat until the queue is empty. Continue the process until all connected pixels with the original color have been visited and updated. Return the updated image with the filled region. Okay, I understand that. But I also don't. Okay. Oh. Excuse me. Okay, I can see why this would make more sense over recursion. Hi, Suyash Codes. Welcome in. How are you? This is my own project. Basically, I don't want to keep uploading leak code explanations, like my explanations for leak code onto my YouTube. So I wrote Minesweeper as one of my very first coding projects when I first started learning how to program. So right now I'm just trying to rewrite it. So I don't want to reference my old code. I want to see, I want to see how much I've kind of grown and learned as a programmer between the two. But two, I'm trying to refresh so that I can do, like, record the content for YouTube. Thanks so much for the follow, Angry Burrito. So basically, I have this I want to do. I also have my How I Would Explain Coding to a Toddler series I want to do as well. So yeah, I have a couple of those things, but okay. So we have to import deck. Okay, so let's say they go here. Up. This is... Okay, hold on. What was it again? So breath first. While Q is not empty, remove the front pixel and update its color to new color. And check all 4 adjacent pixels. Okay, so rows, columns, length of image. Okay, old color equals row column. Okay, if old color equals new color, return image. Okay. So create a queue. So they would use the row column. Oh, I was still in focus mode and I started talking to chat. Whoops, sorry guys. So they use the row column. Okay, so directions, I get that. They add 1 to the row, they subtract 1 from the row, the column doesn't go anywhere. Column left and right. Okay. So change the color of the starting pixel. So I would basically go if the mine, okay, so then we would traverse while Q, so that's saying while the Q is valid, while there's items in the queue, Okay. XY equals pop dot left. Okay, so that would be the for dx dy in directions. New x new y equals x plus dx y plus dy. Check if the new, if they have. Okay, so I can see how that works. Hi, hi Matt. I'm going to do it in terminal for using Python. And then I'll probably continue on to do my web app with my portfolio website that is not live. Okay, so how do they add? How do they add file queue? Oh, append. Okay. Okay. So I've written Minesweeper before, and this is just a rewrite, and now I'm going to, originally was going to approach it with recursion, but we're gonna try approaching it with a queue now. So I think I can figure this out, but we're gonna, yeah. But I appreciate it. However, yeah, I'm pretty certain I can figure this out. Pretty certain. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, guys. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. So if I don't get anything else done today except for writing the board, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Let's get this board written. Okay, let's open folder and Minesweeper select folder. Okay, let's now add later. Okay, let's now add Minesweeper with some plants and raining clouds looks cool. Oh wait, I just watered. Okay, let's thug. Okay, so let's add display capture, window capture. We want to select VS Code. There we go. Okay. Bye, guys. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So we have all of this. Okay. We're going to, and we have this one. What was this? Hold on. Oh. Interesting. Okay, anyways. So we're gonna just... Anyways, we're going to add... Actually, we're gonna delete this. I don't know what this was for. We're gonna delete this. We're going to... Okay, HTML is deleted. And then... You know what? It's fine. That can stay. And then we're gonna do... Minesweeper... YouTube.py. Okay, so what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, guys, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Let's go back to... Okay, so let's go back to this really quick. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to create the board. Okay, that's what we're doing tonight. Okay, and then we're going to take user input and assign the mines. That's all I'm worried about tonight. It's already 10:20. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Yeah, so tonight's goal is create the board. So I think we would assign a board size. So board size equals 9 by 9, right? 9 by 9. I don't know if that needs to be a tuple or a list right now, but we want to loop through range X, loop through range Y. Okay, so I don't think I need to add them to a dictionary. I think I just need to add the mines to a dictionary for the oh my gosh, the coordinates. Okay, so we are going to assign okay, so assign all the values to be zero in array. I'm still wondering if is there a different way to do a multi-dimensional array? still thinking like a dictionary. But I don't think I need to even keep track of the non... So honestly, I think I only need to keep track of the... Yeah, my intuition is I only need to keep track of the... is one-dimensional in memory. Okay, but time, right? Hi, Crayon. Apparently, I haven't learned anything in the 3 years that I've been programming because I don't remember how to do Minesweeper. And I've already coded it before. And I don't remember how to do it. This is a great moment to start vibe coding. No thanks. Okay, so assign all values to array in array. This will be the print. Will be the print. Okay, so then. Okay, so all we're trying to do right now is print the board. Okay, so print the board and then we also want to print on either side. So all values. We want to add 1, 2, and then we want... Okay, so we want to add the numbers. So we would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, technically... that would work, and then the coordinates would just be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. So that would work. And then there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this would be an X. The board will basically either be zeros, or else once they start moving, it'll be numbers or empty spaces. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to be storing the mines in a dictionary. And basically, we would be getting the value of the dictionaries, or we would be checking our coordinates in the dictionary. If they are a key, then it would either trigger that they hit a bomb or else not. Because the board itself needs to be printed. If we store the mines in the board, they would be able to see it. And I don't want just an array, because let's say they choose 5, 6 as their second move, right? But in order to check inside, we would have to go we would have to iterate all through all of the mines that we store for the coordinates. Yeah, so if we were to store the coordinates, I mean, unless every time it printed the board, it checked if it was a mine coordinate. Like, the mines have to be stored somewhere. Yeah, the mines have to be stored somewhere. If it's stored in this. So I actually. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I didn't use 2 boards when I did that, when I originally coded it. Like, so if I do 2 boards, I don't know, like, that seems like a lot of information that isn't necessarily needed, especially if I'm doing a queue. Like, to me, my thought is, okay, so my thought is just keep track of the mines, and during the check of that particular space, oh, if it's a mine, then we do this. Like, if we do coordinate or dictionary.get the coordinate and then it exists, then we do this. If it doesn't exist, then we do this. You know? Like, that was my thought on it, because I mean, probably. But I haven't used sets very much, so I'm just going off of the knowledge that I have. Because then don't you have to iterate through every yeah, don't you have to iterate through every item? Okay, so I guess it's as a hash table. Okay, so then, okay, so I can use a set too. So either way, I can use a set or a dictionary. Oh, that's right, because I'm not doing a for loop. I know the value I want to look up. Okay, I don't know. That just seems like a lot to keep track of right now. A set is just a dictionary without keys. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to having 2 boards. Like, yeah, it doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't make sense to having 2 boards. Like, it might be the more correct way, but I'm I'm not gonna. Okay, either way, doesn't matter right now because we're not even getting to that part. It's a way. Okay, so assign all the values to array. This will be the printed board. Print board. Okay, take user input. I'm going to say last one of the values. Three. The scaling the board size was actually not that difficult in my opinion from what I can remember, because I remember I did the beginner, medium, hard, or beginner, medium. Did I do expert? I might have done expert as well. What were the levels that I had? I had beginner, intermediate, advanced, and custom. Okay, but for now, we're I used to play a lot of Minesweeper, but the thing that annoys me so much when you end with a 50-50 after 20 minutes of puzzling. Oh. I always chose it wrong. Oh no! I wrote tic-tac-toe too. I've written tic-tac-toe as well. Take user input. Okay, create board. Okay, so loop through range, take user input. Okay, then we're going to assign mines will equal not 10 mines. There's 10 mines. Okay, assign 10 boards to mines as long as it does not equal user input. Add to and I lose. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Okay, so add to set. Question mark? Add to set. Okay, so and then you do oops, not what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's see how quickly we can code this. But yeah, so I'm not gonna look at it too much. This was actually what I was really proud of. I colored the stuff. But anyways, that was for Wordle. However, this is my original classic wrestling promo note minor math. This was my original where I did recursion and all of that stuff. Very, very, very long. But yeah, I was very proud of this. I forget when I created this. 3 years ago. Literally 3 years ago. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so... to do. Okay, so... From collections, import, deck. Okay. So we're gonna create the board. We're gonna do class Minesweeper. What did I use for visuals? What do you mean visuals? Like, here, let's run this. Okay, so beginner. Yeah, so this is and then I also allowed you to place or remove a flag. Yeah. So you can place or remove a flag and then my game yells at you. You really want to place a flag on your first move? 3-9. Invalid input. So, oh, okay, so 3-9. Okay, that's not even space on the board. Oh, 3-8. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I want to have the numbers though, where that way I know 1-1. Game over. Yeah. Yeah, so this one ran in the terminal. I hadn't done it yet. In my web app, but that is the next thing. However, we're going to redo this. Okay, so define, create, or I guess this would be create board self. Would have okay, so we would have we would define in it board size or I think this is supposed to be self. This is supposed to be self dot board size. But I guess it doesn't matter. We don't need this yet. Okay, so we're gonna just pass that for now. Went to Pie Game visuals. I never did Pie Game. I learned Kivy. Sounds good, Matt. Sounds good. Okay. So, we are going to create the board size. So we're gonna loop through for X in range board size 0, and then or Y in range. Actually, I would have to do +1, right? I would have to do +1. +1. Because board size 1 +1. Okay, so we are going to... How do I view this? We would do... to be self.board equals. Okay, and then ah, dang it, baby is awake again. Okay, because I wanted to build a tool to display my notes. Was in Pie Game. Yeah, the Pie Game is terrible at showing text, so it's hard to read. I actually really liked Kibby. I just didn't understand inheritance. Okay, be right back, guys. Baby is awake again, so we're gonna see if I can't get her back to sleep quick. Okay, guys. Hi. I'm back. Okay, hold on. Let me sure. Maybe mom. Yeah, so as you guys can see, that has basically been my week. Baby keeps waking and she will not let... She actually woke in the middle of my assessment last week and you just heard... I could hear her screaming. Because Hubs tried to go in and calm her down and she was not having it. Like, even now I just asked, like, she wanted a hug from me and I was like, okay, do you want so mommy's doing some work right now. Do you want daddy to come in and stay with you while mommy finishes up? I'm almost done. Just like, no. It's like, okay. Can you go back to sleep then? And then... Baby not waking up at night? Okay, so. Okay, we're not going there, Crayon. We're not going there. Oh, you weren't here in the beginning of my stream. So I was kind of updating everyone on what was going on last week. Yeah, so last week was emotional. Hi Sparkly. Last week was emotional to say the least. So I found out, or we found out as a family, our senior dog, who is forever a puppy in my heart, is actually going through renal failure now. She's stage 2. So we were told last week we probably have a year left with her. And then I did very badly on my assessment that night too. Unrelated. That was just me panicking. And then the next day, so this is what really, like, I think on top of my puppy, but then like I actually found out my high school ex passed away, you know? So like that joke, let's not go there, Crayon. Let's not go there. Yeah, so it was an emotional week last week, so yeah, it's okay. You didn't know, but just yeah, let's not go that dark humor. No more pets for you. I know. I'm trying to enjoy the time I have with her, but it's hard also with the baby. So yeah. No. Okay. Back to work, guys. Back to work, okay? Back to work. We're thinking happy thoughts. Happy thoughts, okay? But I'm afraid to ask why no more pets for you, Sparkly Dark Matter. So, I hope it's I hope it's a personal choice, and yeah. Okay, so self.board. Wait, why is this not? This should be. Why is my to do? Excuse me. Why is my? Okay, wait. What's going on with my to do? This should be. Huh? Okay, I don't know why that's. Anyways, guys. We're gonna do self.board.append. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to visualize. It's sad. I'm really bad with plants. I don't know. It was, I don't know why it was registering, and it was telling me I had to indent. So don't know what was going on there. But it's okay. I had succulents, which are cacti, die on me as well. Okay, happy thoughts. Okay, so for X in range, okay, hold on. Let me draw this out. Why am I having a hard time visualizing right now? So we are going through X. is rows. So for X, we're gonna append okay. So we're going to create row equals list. Okay, so then we're going to row dot append O, and then actually if X equals 0 or Y equals 0, if X equals 0, we can get rid of that. If X equals 0, so if X equals 0, that would be up there. And Y equals 0. We would do row dot append what is a good sign that will not be an issue? We're gonna do M just for the heck of it. Okay, so if X equals 0, oh my gosh, if X equals 0, okay, Crayon, did you have light? People usually don't give enough. We had a whole bunch of dragon fruit cactus that we grew from seeds, right? And then they got to like this tall, and then they just we stopped caring for them and they died. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Day Sabotage. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so if we have okay, so if X equals 0, so X is the rows. So if X equals 0, we're going to have append Y. We're gonna do row dot append F Y. Yes, I forgot the quotes. Dang it! Dang it! There we go. F append Y. So that should go down. Okay, so if Y equals 0, we would do row dot append F X right? Okay. Else. Okay, Elif, else. Okay, so then we're going to create the board. And then we're going to, once we're done with that, we're going to do self.board.append row. Okay, and then we should be, that should be our board. That should. Okay, should. Okay, define print board self. And then we're going to, I got scared of the spikes and didn't grow them. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I don't think the spikes are that bad, are they? Okay, so I do feel like if this works, I do feel better about my ability to picture and understand what I'm writing more clearly, as opposed to, is this what it does? I think so. Okay, so we're going to we're going to, for, oh my gosh, for X, or for rows in self.board, we're going to join, right? We want to join a list. Okay, so to join a list into a string, the string, this is called on a string as an argument. So we would do what is going on? Okay, print f we would do space dot join rows, right? And then we're going to define get move self. Okay, and then we would do move equals input, please provide the coordinates x comma y for your move. Okay, so let's do self dot create or make board. What was it? Create board. Oh wait, print board. Board. Yeah, move. Okay. Create board. Hold on. Eh? Why is that not? Is it not supposed to have self? Oh, okay. I guess it's not supposed to have self. Create board. Print board. And then get move. And then this is if name equals main. Is that correct? I don't remember. If we run Minesweeper, right? I think. Okay, so Minesweeper.create board is missing one positional argument, self. Oh. Why is this not? I don't remember how to define run game self. Okay, Minesweeper dot run game. Is that it? Oh! Oh my god, I did it. Yay! Print 3, 4. Okay. My baby is awake again. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Okay, now I need to figure out why my freaking, what do you call it, does that. But we're going to print. Oh, baby is asking for drinking water. Hold on. Okay, be right back, guys. Be right back. I think you guys were able to hear me. Okay. Aw, Tariq. Hi, Abluri, who's upleading their code. Okay, so, hey. Look at this. Look at this. Oops. Hold on. I didn't want that. Stop. Okay, so we want to print new line right there. Okay, there we go. Hey! Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Jadeson and Mace the Fire. I appreciate it so much. Okay. So, look at that, guys. Look at that. 3, 5. Okay. We got the board printed. Now, that's okay. I think this is good for now. A lot slower than I was planning tonight, but yeah, I'm rebuilding Minesweeper. So I've done it before. Yeah, this is my original, but I am starting to record YouTube videos, and I really don't want to just do, hey, this is what I did for LeetCode. So I'm just brushing up on some of my old projects, and then I'm going, or else rewriting them, and then I'm going to kind of make videos on those too. And then I have a series. I really like the idea of just, I need more ideas for it as well to make it a series. But yeah, so we're rebuilding Minesweeper. So right now we got printing the board. We have the move. Print, move. Just out of curiosity. 4, 5. Okay, yeah. Or else 4, 5. Okay. So we also have to clean up the input. I mean, it is a class. Okay, but my baby is still whimpering, so I can hear her, and I still have to finish getting ready to sleep. But overall, like, actually, okay, YouTube can still see as well. Okay, guys. So overall, you're making you want to whip out VS Code. I mean, why wouldn't you? Coding is fun. Yeah, so overall, I am happy with how this is. I'm probably going to change the indexes. Well, no, I guess we can do 1, 1. Yeah, okay. So on Wednesday, okay. So on Wednesday, we are going to talk about setting the mines. I mean, I could do it very quickly. No. Also, I don't know if I said thank you. Thank you for the follow, Abluri. I appreciate it. we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into the mines right now. I'm just proud that we bought this pretty quickly, you know, like it was a little bit just where I kept getting derailed, but once I coded, like this helps my confidence. This does help my confidence. The mines, I think. Yeah, I think we want all of this up here. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't be afraid to try stuff. I'm not afraid to try stuff. I do a lot of, hey, does this work? Nope. Okay, we'll try something else. Oh, time is streaming. Okay. So, guys, sorry, you guys are not going to be rating a you're not going to be rating wow, I don't know how to speak, a programming channel today. I mean, Erend is also streaming, but I feel like I haven't seen On in a while, so so we're going to rage time. Okay, so to YouTube, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout for the YouTube video of creating this, even though you guys get to see it on live too. But basically, yeah, I'm gonna be creating a video on this as well. And yeah, be on the lookout on YouTube. I appreciate it. Let's do, hi Josh, how are you? So, okay, guys, to those of you guys watching right now, so here is my game plan. Okay, I know I put it in my Discord, but my game plan is this week rewrite Minesweeper so I can put out like 4 or 5 videos for the series. I'm also going to be doing some other stuff for YouTube series, but then next week my plan is to go back to my CICD. Oh, I had potatoes. I had mashed potatoes for dinner tonight. It was very, very good. So next week I plan on going back to my CICD. Project that Sending is helping me with, and I'm probably going to see if I can't launch my portfolio website on it, maybe, even though it's not going to be completely finished. We're gonna see if we can't get that up, and then the plant game. So that is the plan. That's the plan. But we'll see what happens. But if you don't know it, what about CI? Well, a lot of the job that I'm looking at, even for juniors, they would prefer that you know it. So it seems like a really good skill to learn. So I'm trying to learn it, which I do actually have part of it. Like, I have Git actions working on my I have Git actions working with my project. So, and then what did I forget what it was that I managed. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, if you guys want to look, this is my very, well, it's understanding how to use those tools, so it is still a skill, because for me, I'm like, when I started looking, they haven't asked me. It's on the job posting. They have, yeah, exactly, Sparkly. Dark matter, exactly. It's if you know how to use those tools or not. Okay, but they still, I haven't gotten an interview with a company that has required me to, or has preferred I know it though. I've gotten I haven't even gotten 2 interviews. I've gotten through to interviews on 1 company right now. Okay, you say it's trivially easy, Josh, but again, that still requires getting a job. And if this can set me apart, then I will learn it. Because if I can put it on my resume that I know how to do it, a Blu-ray, right? They ask in the job description if I can put it on my resume that I know it. I don't know, Josh. Sending works works with AWS and says that it's a really good skill to have. I have other friends who are developers as well that say it's a really good skill to have. So, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but I also have other people telling me that no, this is a good idea. So, okay, yeah, but I also haven't gotten any interviews. Like, I don't understand I don't understand like your reasoning that nobody's asked me about it. Well, nobody's asked me if I know how to code either in my interviews because I'm not getting interviews. Like, how can I can't personally say nobody has asked me because I don't get interviews. I have applied and I'm not hearing back. So obviously my skills on my resume are not standing out. Hi Hex. Going okay. I am actually trying to end stream. So, also guys, if there is any questions that you have, yeah, I do know that, but I also have some other friends too that that are reviewing and giving me advice too. So I feel like if I'm asking from too many people, I'm gonna get overwhelmed. So I'm gonna stick with the 3 or 4 people that right now are kind of mentoring me and kind of helping guide me, as opposed, yeah, like I know that there are different ways to approach things, and I do hear you. Yeah, I do hear what you're saying, but I have had, yeah. Yeah, so like I do get what you're saying. It's just, again, like I have seen plenty of, okay, so I understand, and I understand that as a junior, I would probably never be asked to set up the CI/CD integration stuff, but I still, for me, want to understand how it works so that, yeah, I don't know why I feel like I'm being attacked for my decision right now. This wasn't something that I lightly was like, oh, I think I'm gonna learn this. This was a decision that I made after talking to people who are, hi Abu, how are you? This is a decision I made after talking to various seniors to my knowledge and hearing that their feedback and opinions were, it was a valuable skill to have and understand. Yeah, so I want to, so that is my plan. But anyways, so my plan is Minesweeper this week, just so that I can have some content for YouTube. And then next week, I am going to get back to my CI/CD project. And then after that, oh geez, baby. And then go back to my plant game. Okay, so YouTube, thanks so much for, I know guys, but I have to say bye to both now. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out with me, YouTube. I appreciate you guys. For Twitch, we are going to be streaming, we're gonna be rating, we're not gonna be streaming, we're gonna be rating time, and then because I haven't seen her raid and stream in so long, raid time enjoyed, and she's actually online, so I'm excited that she's online and I want to support her because she is amazing. She's doing art right now, so she's not actually coding right now, but that's okay guys, because she's an amazing artist. Okay, I appreciate you all. You guys are amazing. I hope that you have a good night and thanks for hanging out. See you guys Wednesday. Bye. Oh wait, I need a raid. Hold on, I need a raid. I need to send the raid. Okay, now I can end stream. Okay, bye.